What's going on, guys, and welcome to the show. I am Dale7402, and this is Ringside Republic. This is your Monday Night Raw review for June the 5th, 2017, from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Pennsylvania. Guys, the show tonight it had its ups and its downs. It had its really cool moments. It had its really stupid fucking cringe moments. And we're going to go over it all on the Monday Night Raw review, guys. So, once again, welcome back. This is Ringside Republic, and I really want to thank everybody that's been showing me. I've had a small uptake in subscribers, and very small. I mean, it's nothing to really write home about, but I appreciate every little bit of help that I'm getting. So I want to thank anybody new that subscribed or followed me on Twitter. I appreciate it, and help me get the word out, and let's grow this channel and make it something special. Tonight's show, guys, kicks off with Bray Wyatt. He comes down to the ring, and for those of you that don't know, I do very quick and to the point reviews. If it's a stupid segment or something that I don't find interesting, I have my finger on the pulse of the community, and I think I have a pretty good idea of what is worth talking about and what isn't. Bray Wyatt comes to the ring, he talks shit. Roman Reigns comes to the ring and starts a brawl, and they have a match. Roman Reigns wins. So there was 2 damn commercial breaks during this match. I have no idea why in the hell that they thought that this segment and this match needed to go for damn near 35 minutes, but it did. There was 2 commercial breaks. It was pointless. Roman Reigns wins. Enzo and Cass backstage. Cass says that he's insulted that people thinks that it was him that jumped Enzo, and that they've got a match tonight, and he's going to prove his loyalty and whatever. You know, this story took a few different turns tonight, and we'll talk about that as we go on. Kurt and Alexa had a segment backstage where Alexa Bliss proposed an idea of doing a Alexa Bliss "This Is My Life," and obviously the feedback that the WWE has been getting on the "This Is My Life" Bayley edition last week was horrendous. Kurt Angle tells Alexa that last week's "This Is My Life" segment was one of the worst segments on WWE Raw ever. And I thought it was very funny that he actually said that shit on live television. I mean, we all agree with it, and I think it's pretty cool that they actually, when they fuck up like that, they actually sometimes they'll admit it. And that's basically what they did there, and that was pretty entertaining to see that. Kurt also tells Alexa Bliss that she made a promise to Nia Jax that he is going to make sure that she upholds by giving Alexa Bliss a women's title opportunity on Raw tonight. Of course, Alexa doesn't take very kindly to that, but the match is set. Elias Sampson is in the ring for another stupid song. The crowd shits all over the whole thing. Ambrose comes out and beats down Sampson and says that he wants his rematch for his Intercontinental title, and he wants it tonight. The Miz comes on the screen and says, you know, you're not getting your fucking title match tonight. I'm going to have a celebration, so fuck you. Elias Sampson jumped Dean after his back was turned there, and kind of got one up on him there. After the commercial break, we come back, and Dean Ambrose and Kurt Angle are backstage. Kurt tells Dean that you will get your Intercontinental title rematch, but not tonight. Go take the night off, go chill, go have a beer. And Dean Ambrose reluctantly agrees. The next thing, guys, that we've got was the absolute best part of the night, in my opinion. Samoa Joe and his segment with Paul Heyman. Samoa Joe comes out and he says that he wants everything that Brock has. He wants his title. He wants his fucking advocate. He wants everything that he's got, and that great balls of fire, he's going to fucking take it. Paul Heyman comes out and cuts a great promo. You know, it was a typical Paul Heyman promo, but where it got very interesting was when the mics were thrown down. Paul thought he was leaving the ring. No. Samoa Joe says, "Come here, man. Come here, let me tell you something." Backs Paul into the corner and he says, starts petting his bald head. "Look, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna wrap my arms around your fucking throat and I'm gonna fucking choke you out until you can't breathe. And you're gonna go tell Brock Lesnar what I did, okay? Alright, calm down. It's gonna be okay. Just, and then fucking just wrap that motherfucker up, man." It was a very sadistic but calm, cool, and collected Samoa Joe. It was a great fucking promo. Great segment. Samoa Joe locks on the coquina clutch to Paul Heyman, chokes his fat walrus ass out. And that was absolutely the best part of the night. I'm not even going to give a match of the night tonight because there is nothing. There was no really. Tonight was more entertainment than it was in-ring competition. And as far as everything goes, the best part of this night was the segment with Samoa Joe and Paul Heyman. Next, guys, we have got, well, after the commercial break, Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe are backstage. Kurt's kind of getting in Samoa's face, or in Joe's face a little bit, saying, you think you can do whatever you want to do. And Samoa Joe gets right back in Kurt's face, saying, "I'm going to stop anybody that gets in my way. I'm going to destroy anyone that gets in my way." To Brock Lesnar. "Are you getting in my way?" Seth Rollins comes out and says, "No, he's not, but I am." Kurt Angle makes the match, Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. That's our main event for the night. Sheamus and Cesaro versus Rhino and Heath Slater. Sheamus and Cesaro get the win. They cut a promo saying the Hardys can dream about their rematch, but they're still going to lose because they are the bar and fucking whatever the fuck they said. Wasn't very entertaining shit. I don't think really anybody's really invested in Sheamus and Cesaro at this point. I think as far as this storyline goes, the only interest that is in it whatsoever is the hope that Matt Hardy will turn broken. TJP and Neville are backstage. TJ says that, "Hey, I held up my end of the bargain. You're going to hold up yours. I want my title match." Neville says, "Here it's like this. You got a match tonight against Mustafa Ali. If you win, I'll talk to Kurt." TJ Perkins versus Mustafa Ali. TJ wins. TJ goes up the ring. Neville comes out and says, "Look, I got bad news. It's not going to happen." TJP kind of gets pissed off and starts getting in Neville's face. Neville gives him a beat down and says, "Guess what, motherfucker? You got what you wanted." 205 Live tomorrow night after SmackDown, there will be a Cruiserweight title match that I will not be watching. I do not watch 205 Live because unfortunately it's fucking boring. I've got enough shit on my plate without having to worry about a fucking hour-long shit show on the network. So, we got another episode of Shattered Dreams. Nothing special, guys. Just another episode of Shattered Dreams. Goldust and R-Truth still going back and forth. Alexa and the girls backstage. Alexa tries talking the girls into joining her team and helping her out against Nia Jax, and the girls have none of it. Kurt comes out. This is another part of the night that was very interesting. Kurt came out and pulled Corey Graves off of the announce desk, and they went to the side and had a little huddle, and the Kurt's looking at his phone, and Corey's telling him what's going on. Obviously this is an angle to bring the authority back. Obviously that Corey Graves is the middleman in this whole thing. Apparently Stephanie's talking to Corey, and Corey must have an in with the authority, and Kurt's trying to find out what's going on. But this is most definitely a build-up to the authority coming back and trying to take over control of Monday Night Raw from Kurt Angle. Kalisto versus Titus O'Neil. Kalisto wins. Cass is laid out backstage. Cass hands Enzo a chain. I don't know what the chain was supposed to represent. Was it supposed to be Enzo's chain? Because after commercial break, Enzo's like, look, man, I don't know what you're insinuating. That's not my chain. They took it from me or something. This is a very fucking weird. We all know what's going to happen. they're throwing us off the scent too much of it being Cass by Cass being laid out tonight. So I guarantee you it is Cass. Cass laid himself out backstage just to try to take the heat off of him. That's just a dead giveaway for what's really going on. The Miz and the IC Title Celebration. This was a very funny segment. This was entertaining. Maurice had this celebration set up for the Miz. The Miz comes out and there's banners and there's champagne and they're celebrating and there's a bear over in the corner with a congratulations sign dancing around, and everybody thought that Dean Ambrose was dressed up as the bear, including the Miz. The Miz goes over and skull crushing finale to the bear just to find out it's some random guy. Maurice has a big golden present brought down to the ring for her husband, and she's all excited about it. And Miz goes outside and gets a steel chair and starts beating the shit out of the fucking thing. And Maurice is like, no, I got you the gift. It's a grandfather clock. I got you a gift. It's for you, and you fucking ruined it. Fuck you. So she takes off up the ramp. And fucking this segment, the Miz is beating the fuck out of this box. I mean, the motherfucker's jumping up and he's fucking dropping elbows on it, and he's it was funny shit to see the Miz just paranoid as fuck, thinking that Ambrose is out to get him, which he was. He showed up behind him as a cameraman and got his dirty deeds in and took off with a bottle of champagne, so he's going to have a good night tonight. Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and the Big Show. This was a fucking cringe segment. I wanted to laugh, but it was so cringe to see the Big Show try to do his best Cass impersonation. It was embarrassing for me. It was cringe. I couldn't watch it. Enzo and Big Show get the win. Cass throws accusations at the Big Show after the match, saying, it's funny, you've been gone for weeks now, and now all of a sudden you start showing up, we get beat down, you take my spot in the tag match tonight. Just once again trying to throw heat off himself. I guarantee you guys, Cass is the one that's doing this shit. R-Truth does his little fucking knockoff Pulp Fiction impression with his little R-Truth segment to Goldust, and who gives a fuck. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the Women's Championship tonight. Obviously, we all knew that there was not going to be a title change tonight on Monday Night Raw. Mickie James and excuse me guys, Mickie James and who's that fucking Dana Brooke comes down. I almost forgot her name because she's so irrelevant. Mickie James and Dana Brooke come down to the ring to get a ringside seat for the match, just to watch the match. Nia beats the hell out of Alexa for a little while, very dominant through the whole part of the match, and Nia Jax throws Alexa outside. And Alexa, being the clever, cunning heel that she is, decides that she's going to fucking throw a big haymaker and bust Mickie James right in the mouth. So she does that. In turn, and she knew that Mickie James would retaliate by hitting her, getting her the DQ victory. So it was a smart way to wrap up the show, or to wrap up the match, and I got no problem with it. But there's no way realistically that I could ever see Alexa Bliss beating Nia Jax. So I would say if they continue down this road, that Nia Jax will probably end up winning the Women's Championship. We got a backstage segment where Brock Lesnar calls Paul Heyman, asking him, what do you want me to do? Paul Heyman says, I want you to come to Raw next week, and I want you to beat the ever-loving fuck out of Samoa Joe for me. So that's when we get the announcement that next week Brock Lesnar will make his long-awaited return to Monday Night Raw for the first time since the Raw after Mania, which was April 9th, was it? April 9th? May, June, 2 months? It's been 2 months now since we've seen Brock Lesnar. This motherfucker has took the Universal Championship and he's been gone for 2 months. So it must be nice to be such a fucking badass that you can just dictate when you're going to show up to work and when you're not. Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe gets the win with help from a distraction from none other than fucking Bray Wyatt. What the fuck is the point of, first of all, Samoa Joe needing help? He's the #1 contender for the Universal Championship. He shouldn't be made to look weak by fucking needing help from someone to win a match. He should have won that match clean, and that should have been the end of it. There was no fucking point whatsoever in showing Bray Wyatt's little flashing video segment like he was getting ready to come out. What the fuck? I mean, I thought Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns had a fight tonight. Bray Wyatt just got his fucking ass kicked. Bray Wyatt gets his ass fucking kicked every time he turns around. And yet he's still, anytime they need something done, well, let's just throw Bray Wyatt in there and make it a little vignette play, and maybe it'll fucking distract Seth and Samoa Joe can get the win. And what's the fucking point? Why the fuck do they keep throwing Bray Wyatt? They're like sprinkling him here and there all over the fucking place. First we thought he was going to have a fucking he come out and said he's coming after Finn Balor, who we didn't even fucking see tonight. Then he fucking, well, let's put him in a match with Roman Reigns. Let's throw him in this match for a #1 contendership for the world Universal Champion. Oh, let's fucking put him in a match with fucking Samoa Joe. Let's make him a tag team. Let's fucking do, what the fuck are they doing with Bray Wyatt? Do they really have no plans for this guy? Because it seems like anytime they've got a void to fill, they just throw Bray Wyatt at it and say, well, there you go, problem solved. Guys, it is what it is. The show wasn't very. I honestly don't know how I feel about the show tonight, as far as the rating goes. It had its entertaining aspects. I find myself wanting to give WWE a break, just because maybe our standards are too high. But then I'm like, you know what? No, fuck that. Fuck that. With the fucking roster that they've got right now, with the talent that they've got, they should be giving us boring fucking shit like this. I don't know, guys. I guess if I had to put a number on it, I'd give the show tonight a 4. And maybe a 5. But the only fucking reason that they would get that would be for the awesome fucking Samoa Joe segment and for the hilarious Miz segment. And that's the only reason that they'd get that high of a rating from me. Guys, I'm Dale7402. This is Ringside Republic. If you like the show, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at Dale74021. Pledge on Patreon, patreon.com/Dale74021. I hope you enjoyed the show, guys, and I appreciate all the support. And we will see you back tomorrow night for the SmackDown Live review. Have a good one, guys.